Hello, students. So, in the ongoing series of online classes, let us today study a poem, The Ant and the Cricket. So, this is the poem from your book. This poem is a fable. So, what is a fable? A fable is a story, often with animals as characters, that conveys a moral, that conveys a message. This poem about an ant and a cricket contains an idea of far reaching significance, far reaching importance, which is as true our four legged cricket as our two legged one. Surely you have seen a cricket that has two legs. So let us start the poem. For your ease, for your convenience, I have divided the poem in three parts. So this is the first part. Okay, this is part 1. So let us read the poem. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground, not a flower could he see on a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? So, in the first part, we see that there was a cricket, but that cricket was silly. Though he was young, but he was silly, idiot. He was only used to sing. He used to enjoy the sunny months of gay summer and spring. During the summertime and springtime, he used to enjoy himself. He used to sing and dance, and he did not do any hard work. He did not collect food also. He just spent his time singing, dancing, and making merry. So he was not serious at all, and he was enjoying only. And then he began to complain when winter came. When winter came, his cupboard was empty. There was no food in his cupboard. His cupboard was empty, and at that time he began to complain. He said that now I have no food. What will I do? And at that time, because it was winter time, snow was there and the ground was also covered with snow, so not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree, because the whole earth was covered with snow. And he said, oh, what will become of me? Now what will happen to me? How will I survive? Because there is no food on the ground also, and my cupboard is also empty. So what will I do? Let us read the second part. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die starvation and sorrow. So, because he was starving and because there was a famine, means there was no food, so due to that situation, he was made bold. He gained some courage. And what did he do? Though he was dripping with wet and he was trembling with cold, he went to a miserly ant. Why? to see if he would grant him shelter from rain. If the ant grant the cricket shelter from rain, means if the ant allow him to live in his nest, to provide shelter from rain, and a mouthful of grain means food, if the ant give him food and shelter. But the cricket says that he is not begging for anything. He just wished to borrow. He just wished to borrow some grain and he would repay it tomorrow. Tomorrow means after some time. After some time, when there is food on the ground, when there is availability of food, at that time he would repay whatever he is borrowing today. So he wished only to borrow and he would repay it tomorrow. Tomorrow means later. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. If not means if the ant does not allow him, if the ant does not give him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain, what will happen to him? He must die of starvation, hunger, starvation and sorrow. So this was the mental status of the cricket. So let us come to the third part. Yes. So now the cricket goes to the ant and talks to him. He says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some cricket has 4 legs and some have 2. So now the cricket goes to the ant and tells him his condition and asks for shelter and food. So the ant says to the cricket, Sir, I am your servant and I am your friend. But it is the principle of ants. We have a principle that we ants never borrow anything from anybody, and similarly we ants never lend anything to anybody. So I am sorry, I cannot lend you anything. I am helpless. I cannot do anything for you. Then the ant asks a question from the cricket. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Means the ant asked the cricket if he had not stored any food when the summertime was there, when springtime was there, when the days were warm. So did he not store any food? Quoth the cricket. Quoth means said. Said the cricket, not I. I did not store any food. He later explains that during the summertime, springtime, his heart was so light, that means he was so happy that he sang day and night and did not do any work. He did not collected any food. He did not store any food. For all nature looked gay. So he said, because the nature was looking so beautiful, I sang day and night. The ant says, you sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. So the ant says to him that during the spring and summer time you sang, sir, now dance the winter away. Now during the winter time you do dancing. You spend the winter by dancing, because during the summer and spring you sang. You spend the summer and springtime by singing. Now you spend winter time by dancing. So thus saying his words, he hastily lifted the wicket. Means the ant quickly, hastily shut down the shutter. Wicket means shutter of the window. So the ant shut down the window, and the ant sent the cricket out of the door. Out of the door turned the poor little cricket, sent him away. And the cricket also, he was very helpless. So he was turned down. So he came back from there. Now here in the last two lines, the poet is sharing his views with us. He says that folks, means people, call this a fable, but I'll warrant it true. But I say that it's a true story. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. The poet here says that some crickets have 4 legs, the real cricket, the insects, and some have 2. Now here the poet is referring to human beings. He is saying that some human beings are as lazy and as idle as the cricket. They do not do any work. They do not do the work when it is the right time to do work, and later they regret, like the cricket in the story. So here the poet is referring to human beings. Some human beings are like cricket, and those human beings have 2 legs and they are like cricket. They do not do any work, they do not store money, they do not store food at the right time, and when there is a scarcity of food, water or money, those people borrow from other people. Those people go to other people and ask for money or food. They are like cricket in the story. That is why poet has said that some cricket have 2 legs. So this is adapted from Aesop's fable. So students, I hope that you have understood the poem very well, and very easily you must have understood the poem. But still, if you have any problem, any confusion, you may talk to me. Thank you, students.